No save BGM. How is the BGM loudness? Is all good? Hello! So yes, we were talking a little bit too much about... We yapped a little too long. And so I was like, let's just make it a different stream. Sounds good to me. Let's go! Good level. Nice. Yes. Hello! Alright, so we're talking about manhwa! What have we talked about so far? Audio is good for yapping. I do have some instant noodles, but it might nobito. How do you say nobito? It might get how the heck do you say nobito? Mango nobito ってなんて言うんだろう英語で。こんばんりん。Hello, hello. I also just fed my cat. Did a quick edit for shorts. Posted it. So new shorts is also up. Happy Sensei Saisa. Happy Sensei Saisa. Kimi no mune no okumade totoku yo na melody kanadiru yo. Hello. So yes, we'll be talking about manhwas. Nice and chill, nice and chill. Nostalgic. I know it is nostalgic. Can you believe that song is like 14 minutes away? Let me dance. Thank you, thank you. My goodness. Okay. Whew, let me just quickly pin the shorts. So excited for this talk. We were already yapping so much earlier. I don't even know where we put up. Good luck with school. Goldfish is going off in the background. Okay. Manhwa. Yeah, there's like a lot that I've been reading. A lot that I like kind of like put down for a little bit because I got like busy and I haven't gone back to it yet either. Mainly the villainous family won't let me be. I really liked it, but I haven't been up to date yet. The male lead's girlfriend. Am I up to date with that one? I am. I finished reading that one. That one was a good one as well. Tyrant Wants to Be Good, I'm also actually not up to date yet. We were talking about Adopted by a Murderous Duke's Family. Oh yes, Adopted by a Murderous Duke's Family. I'm also not quite up to date with it. I'm about halfway through the current ones that are out. I just got a little bit busy. I kind of just read on whatever I can find the stuff on. One that I really want to read as well, because I started watching the anime for it, was the Who Made Me a Princess. Who Made Me a Princess is... I watched the anime for it and I was like, oh, I really want to read the manhwa now, because everyone says that the manhwa is really good. So yeah. Yeah! Who Made Me a Princess? Like the art style that I saw on like the cover of because I actually saw it in an actual bookstore. So I went to a bookstore and I saw the cover and I was like, yo, this art is so good! And then it got an anime. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch the anime. So I finally watched it and it's great. Goldfish keeps opening my door. If you see me, I just walk up, kick the door closed, and then Goldfish opens it anyways. I can't dare with myself to watch the anime subs. Honestly, the art style in the anime isn't as good as the manhwa, but I liked it. But to be fair, I don't really like, if the anime is like kind of not up to par, I'm kind of like, yeah, makes sense, you know? They added extra stuff in the anime, but it's still okay. Yeah. Hello! I haven't read the full manhwa though. I need to start reading it as well. But right now, I think what I'm gonna do after today's stream, I guess I have a membership stream as well later on. But after the membership stream, I'm probably gonna end up... I should go to bed. Because tomorrow is gonna be more hightail and it's from earlier time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, earlier time, hightail, and I have something on in the evening. It's the heartbreak that keeps me from watching the anime. But like, I really wanna read the manga of... I don't even know if it's a manga or manga. Of Kamon's B-side. Because I watched the anime and I was like, I need to. I'm sorry, I actually don't really know the abbreviations of it, so you might need to say the full name of it. There's also a lot of manhwa that I haven't had the chance to read yet, but adopted by a murderous Duke family. Let's talk about it a bit. So the whole story is based on this girl who has like the power in a world where the main nobles of this world have... The main nobles of the world have like powers, and when they use the powers, it like kind of reduces their life force, right? And so she has the power to get like, how do you say it? Like, not loosen, like kind of weaken the pain, get rid of their pain and heal them a little bit through that one. Is that the one with Torik? Yes, it is. And pretty much in her previous life, she was adopted by like an evil family who was kind of just using her, and she was in a lot of pain because of it. But now that she's in this new family, like she pretty much ran away and got adopted by a family that was known for like being really murderous and like having their power literally is the power to make people like, it's the power of death pretty much. And so like she's now in this family, and then they're like, oh no, we need to protect her. And she tries to like heal them without them knowing so that she doesn't expose herself, and because she's scared. She's scared that like they're gonna use her as well, right? But anyways, like, so I'm not fully up to date with that one yet. I'm halfway through, so I can't wait to keep reading it as well. That one's pretty interesting. I'm the queen in this life. I don't think, yeah, I'm not up to date as well, but that's also because there's like, how many episodes? There's like 181 episodes out currently. And like I'm 134 episodes in, so yeah. That one is kind of crazy because it's like, it's not completed yet, I'm pretty sure. So I talked about it on the stream as well, but it's pretty much the main character is started off, I thought it was gonna be a yandere style thingy, but what happened was she gets goes back in time and everything. But when she first went to when she was in her first life, she was in love with the second prince who was born of a mistress, right? So this prince is not born of the actual queen, and hence it is actually a little bit difficult. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult for this prince to get the crown. So it's for the prince to sit on the throne, and the actual prince needs to be dead. And so he used the main character, the girl, to gain that. And he kept saying stuff like, yeah, don't worry, once you what's it called, once you kill the prince for me, I'll marry you and stuff like that. And she's just like, really? And of course everyone might be like, why would she even do that? By the way, this is all in the first episode. But anyways, everyone's like, really? Everyone's like, why would she even do that? He's just evil, and he obviously doesn't love her. But anyways, she grew up in the slums. She is also the child of a mistress. And so because of that, she felt a connection with him and wanted to help him as well, because he promised her lots of things. But what happened was, once she actually did it, and when the prince didn't even fight back with her. Anyways, right? And so when she finally did it, the person that she really liked decided to marry her sister, who was engaged with the prince who she just killed. And so anyways, so because of that, the sister's just like, I'm gonna kill you now. And she goes back in time because of that. But anyways, she is stuck in a time where she has to be careful, because if she does evil deeds, if she does if she doesn't just do her revenge based on what she received and she does more, then she can get hurt as well. So she needs to be really careful. But in the second life, she pretty much stays clear of the guy that she really liked, right? She was like yandere for. She even cut off a finger for him. And she stays clear as much as she can. But because she is still the mistress's child, she still has to be a little bit more careful about everything. And so she's like hanging out with the prince and everything. And the prince is like, no. What's it called? The prince is like really likes her. I'm pretty sure the prince liked her from the beginning, right? Even in her previous life, the prince probably liked her. But then, because she's like, she has all the knowledge and she's being like really brave and everything, and she's like standing up for herself, now the guy who she really liked in the past is like, oh, I like her, kind of thing. Is it the one where the main character has green eyes and black hair? Yeah, it is. Guys, Goldfish keeps opening my door. I'm trying to shut it down so there's better acoustics, but she just keeps opening it up. Okay. It is the one where the main character has the green eyes and the black hair. But anyway, so like the whole thing is that it's really difficult for the prince and the main girl to get together, since, you know, back in the days, it's all about social hierarchy. You know, if you're a prince, you can't marry anyone who is too low in the ranks. I mean, it can, but it's a little bit more difficult. And plus, I think like there was some other issues as well. Oh yeah, and plus the prince had a fiance that was pushed onto him. Like he did not have a choice, and he wanted to break off the he wanted to break off the previous his engagement. He wanted to break off his engagement, but he was not allowed to, and so they had to like figure out how to do it. It still hasn't fully finished yet. I'm pretty sure the engagement got broken at one point, but they got back together or something like that. So I don't know. I am not up to date, so I had to see it. Is it some amusement? Ah, guys, I'm gonna also eat some of my noodles if that's alright. Okay. A bit. Where the heck? There's a cat fur in my noodles and I lost where it went. Oh, there it is. Eat well, nom nom. Moga moga. Everybody also, if you have food, you can eat as well. Alright, let's talk about a different one as well. Yeah. Recently, I've read mostly like on Manta, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, it was a little while ago when I was reading a lot on Webtoon. Like, what's it called? The ones that are on Webtoon. But I try to find other ways to read it, essentially. 10 ways to get dumped by the Duke. Oh, by a tyrant. 10 ways to get dumped by a tyrant. It's one of those other ones that goes back in time. And it's like, this girl is like, oh no, this guy's evil. I'm gonna stay away from him. But because she's trying to stay away from him, she's engaged with him already, but she's trying to like break off the engagement. And now like the guy is just like, why you want to break off the engagement? You're sus. And everything. And so like he actually tries to get to know her now, and because of that, she catches his fancy. I do like romance manhwa, yes. So spicy. But yeah, so she's in a fantasy world, and she's like, the main character's gonna come by. I need to leave this place before the main character comes around. You know, there's so many like shows out there where like they get reincarnated into a villainess, and then they're like, oh, I don't deserve to be the main character. And then they do like another good one that I really liked. I think there's like, actually they made it into like a Korean drama, but I think like the night at the Duke's or something, the first night with the Duke or something like that. Let me find it. I gotta find this. It was such a good one. The first night with the Duke. The first night with the Duke, it was a kind of an older one, but apparently they made a Korean drama of it. That one as well. It's like, oh, I'm just a side character, or it's like I'm just a villainess. So like, if there's no way the main character's gonna like me or anything. The one with the red hair girl, yeah, that one. It's like there's no way the main character's gonna like me or anything. There's nothing that we can do, blah 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 blah, and everything like that. However, because they're not interested in the main guy, it's always because they're not interested. They're like, no, I'm not interested. And the main guy ends up liking them. Was that the Joseon era one? The K-drama is in the Joseon era, but the manhwa is actually, the manhwa is about like the, what's it called? It's in like a Victorian era, I'm pretty sure. It's been a little while since I last read it, but it's quite interesting. You know? Reverse manifestation. I know! You're just like, no, I'm not interested in it. And then all of a sudden, everybody loves them. Oh, there was like this one like anime that I was watching as well. That's about like this girl that gets reincarnated into her novel that she wrote when she was in like middle school. What's it called again? Let me see. It's called The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess. I don't know if they're planning to make a second season, but it was kind of interesting. Like, she's just trying to protect her main character at all means. That's on your watch list? It was kind of interesting. And it's like, what's it called? Everybody like hates her because that's how she wrote the book, right? But it gets like a little bit more like, you know, everybody is wired to hate her, but somehow they're like, I hate her, but why? Kind of vibes. Yeah. Okay, it's not a manhwa, but I really want to talk about it. Betrothed to My Sister's Ex. It's not a go back in time. It's not a reincarnation, but it was really interesting for me. It was a character. So the main girl, I finished watching it like literally in one sitting. I watched like one episode before stream, and then I watched the rest of the season after I ended stream. It's not a manhwa, it's an anime, but like, my goodness. Okay, so there's this one girl. She has like red hair. She's very pretty, but like she gets dressed up like in rags. And so her sister is the one that's like, that the parents are like, oh, you're so pretty, blah 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 blah. So she gets used, like the girl, the main girl gets used as like a Yongren. Oh my god, my language is Yongren. It's like servant, as like a servant pretty much. And so because of that, like she has really low self-esteem and everything. And at her birthday party, the parents were like, no, the main star of the party is the older sister, Anastasia. Right? But even though her name is Marie, it's like, no, the main star of the party is Anastasia. Anyway, so the Duke goes, this is in the first episode. The Duke meets her in the garden during her party, and then the Duke really ends up liking her because the Duke, like, because she wasn't racist in this world, in the time where everybody is racist, right? And she was really interested in his culture and the stuff that he likes. And so because of that, he really liked her. You know? It's like, it's set in a time where like, back in the day. Yeah, she was talking about his culture as well. And so like, because of that, he ended up really, really liking her in this olden day time. And so he goes into the party and then he was like, okay, who is the main girl? Like, who's the birthday girl? I'm here to say happy birthday to her. And then the what's it called? The father is like, oh, the star of today is the older sister, even though it's not her birthday. So everybody knows that it's Marie's birthday. And so the guy goes, okay, so it's Marie's birthday. The star of the show, the star of today's show is this person. So I'm going to send a marriage proposal to the other sister that is not the birthday, because she thought it was like the main character, the star of the show was the what's it called? Was not the one that they saw. Like, what's it called? They thought the birthday was of the person, the older sister, and not the one that they saw previously. And so he sent in a marriage proposal to the wrong person. But of course they don't know about this. So they're like, okay, we're gonna send them off. But tragedy. The older sister gets into an accident. The older sister gets into an accident and is like, what's it called? Is no longer alive. And so the father is just like, all right, you're going to stand in for your older sister just for one night, and then you come back. Just for one night, you stand in for your older sister one night, and then you come back because we can't give back the money for the engagement stuff. This was in the first episode, guys. It was in the first episode, and so she goes to the place. And then the first thing she hears is, no! I don't want to see Marie! I want Anastasia! And she's like, I'm so sorry, it's me. I know I'm not as good as my sister, but I'm here in her stead. And then they turn around and it's just like, wait, you're Marie? And so the rest of the show is pretty much the main guy, like the Lord, pretty much trying to appease and like trying to like say, no, I got it wrong. I thought you were Anastasia, kind of stuff. And it was really fun. It was really fun watch, because like throughout the show she slowly gets more confident, like even though her parents like stripped away at her confidence and everything. So like she slowly builds up her confidence and until she's able to speak freely and everything. Let me eat some more noodles, guys. I'm a little hungry. It was a nice romance. It was. I watched the whole thing in one sitting. I got hiccups! Okay, back to Manhwa. Let's go. My villainous family won't let me be. This one also, I am not up to date. There is 2 seasons and the current season is still being released, I'm pretty sure. Not up to date yet. I'm only about 47 episodes in and there's 87 out total. This one was also kind of interesting. The girl, she was seen... this is a go back in time. So the synopsis for it was a distant echo from a lifelong forgotten shattered... from a lifelong forgotten. Shattered shards of an ominous future. When her late mother's heirloom pendant is broken, Illulia regains the memories of Gao Yun, a girl from our world who realizes she landed in the body of a villainess from a fantasy novel. In the story, Illulia serves as the dark foil to the virtuous heroine and is destined for an early grave, a dark fate that can perhaps be avoided with Gao's knowledge of future events. And so it's like the typical like oh, I'm in a villainous's body, so I'm just gonna try and escape before my family like hates me. But she hasn't done any of the villainous things. Actually, she has done a couple of things, like forcing the prince to be engaged with her. But she like immediately she wakes up, she's like, I want to break off the engagement. And then they're like, why are you making a mess again? You can't just get engaged and then break off the engagement right afterwards, because what you want, we have to fight for this engagement and blah blah blah. But anyway, so she manages to get the engagement to be broken off. Chill. But now, because she's kind of acting different from before, they're like, maybe she's reformed. Maybe she's alright now. Thank you for the banana. Gori no gori-san. Arigatou gozaimasu. Banana. Yeah, so it's like, maybe she's reformed now. And anyway, so she's trying to do her own thing. But she's the only one who knows that she is not actually the daughter of this family. She was, like, adopted, pretty much, into the family. But nobody knows. Nobody knows. Anyways, and because she's, like, reformed, because she has different memories, she then... everybody loves her. And so she's trying to run away, but the whole family is trying to keep her in. They're like, no, you stay. You know? I love these kind of manhwa stories. Yeah. Me too. That one was good too. Another one I'm not fully up to date with, but it was so satisfying. Okay, there is the finale is already out, so I should read it soon. I'm a little bit over halfway, I reckon. Yeah, I'm a little bit over halfway for this one, but it's called The Remarried Empress. This girl is a hey. Okay. Remarried Empress is such an emotional roller coaster. It's crazy. It's so crazy, guys. So, like, what happens is this girl is married to the Empress, and they were fine. They were chilling, alright? And then all of a sudden, the Empress brings back a girl who's, like, apparently pregnant. And then she's like, why? Don't you know that this makes the country look bad, makes you look bad? And she's like doing everything proper. She's like keeping up her own self. And the girl that he brings is kind of evil. And plot twist, she's not even pregnant. But anyways, so she hates the main girl and tries to like kind of like, wait, is she pregnant? Was that one? Hold up. Wait, I think she was actually pregnant. I might be thinking of a different one. Sorry, I read too many that like it kind of gets like mixed together. Rashta? She was pregnant. Okay, no, she was pregnant. But there was another one where she wasn't pregnant and it happened. Anyway, she was pregnant. She was pregnant. But anyway, so she really disliked the Empress because she's smart, she knows what she's doing, and everybody likes her because she actually gets her job done. And so because of that, she's using the fact that the Emperor really likes her to like kind of get back at the main girl. And she kind of like makes the main girl's life really miserable. And then essentially what happens is like I'm a little bit over halfway through, but she gets divorced. She managed to get divorced to her first husband, which was so satisfying, and gets married to another king, I guess. It was a king but became an emperor because he made the country into an empire. But gets married, and then that person treats her like a goddess. But that person is like, I don't care if everybody else is in the dumps. I only care about my queen. Anyways, so because of that, it's a little bit sussy. Since she doesn't want anyone to be hurt because of her. She wants everything to be for the good of the people in the both countries, right? And because of that, there's a little bit of mishap, even though they really like each other now. But I'm not up to date, so I need to keep watching. When I first read that one, I was hoping for the girls to become friends and ditch the Emperor. It didn't work out. I'm sure there's probably a manhwa out there, and I low-key really want to read that as well. Where the girls become besties, and they both ditch the Emperor. I think maybe I've watched one. I have a vague memory of it. I don't know. Media and Psyche? That was the My Throne one, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. That's right! Those two got together instead. It was great. When the two girls actually become friends and they ditch the guy who like was pretty much playing with both of them. I'm gonna look it up. The art style is so pretty too. I'm only halfway through it as well. I gotta keep reading. Ladies. My next life as the villainess has the original female lead fall in love with the main character. I'm not sure. Not a manhwa, but kind of a reverse harem isekai type of story. Yeah, happened. You're right. I haven't. Let me check. Sometimes, like, I've read so many that sometimes I just don't remember. I have not read it yet. In the quiet village of Feltham, Elise Surbiton leads a peaceful life far from the hubbub of the city, tending to geese and secretly fawning over dashing war heroes. Ayo. When her father mentions that a certain military man named Ryan will be moving to the nearby town of Camborne. There may be more than the eye meets. Ayo. Let's go. High school, right? I don't really like have a specific one. It's I kind of just read all different types. Like most of the time I just see something that I was like, oh, I like the art style of this. And then I'll start reading it, and if the story is good, I'll continue. If the story is like, I just go next, you know. Kill the Villainous. Let me see. I haven't read that one. Oh wait, have I? No, I haven't read that one yet. It's completed and one of my favorites. Alright. Where to read? And then the Eternally Regressing Night, I've also haven't read yet. Yeah, a lot of times I get pulled in by the art style and I just start reading it. Haha. Right, Rihanna? There is a lot that I haven't read too. But to be fair, it's hard to read everything at once. Manhwa. What? Oh, I just suddenly stopped being able to speak. Guys, there's an anime about that one. I watched the anime. I only watched one episode of the anime, but I watched the anime. I need to start keep watching it. But they made a show of it as well. So if you want to watch it too, I guess there's that. Not sponsored. What's it called? What is it called? Why Raeliana ended up at the Duke's mansion? Yeah. Mysterious death. Guys, a lot of these I have to search up before I know, because I don't fully remember all the names. But Fantasy of a Stepmother I have not read, but it looks quite nice. Where do you read all of these? Anime is my favorite. I'm so happy when they made an anime. Oh, I'm excited then. I forgot to watch the rest of it. I only watched like one episode and I got distracted a bit. 1 second. Are there any tropes that you really enjoy? I just like romance ones where the girl becomes stronger over time. I don't know if I have like a favorite. But yeah, if the girl becomes strong, I'm like, yes! Honestly, I do like the villainous ones that go back in time. Yeah, I read a lot of manga recently. Okay, back to my list. The male lead's girlfriend is also a pretty interesting one. It's the same one where she's reborn as the villainess. But then, what's it called? She's trying to like not die, but the male lead ends up liking her, and plot twist, the main character is actually evil. That kind of vibes. So, yeah, like the main character, not the main girl of the story, but the main character of the novel that she gets reincarnated to is the actual evil one. She just gets away with it because she was written as the main character. Have you ever thought about that, guys? Those shows that like the romance shows where there's a villainess, right, who is engaged to the person that the main character is romancing, and they break off the engagement for this new girl. It's like, if you think about it, the new girl is technically also the villainess, because why are you breaking up people's engagements like that? You know what I mean? Recently, I've been into the ones where the MC is a baby. Oh! Yo! Actually, there's a couple that I've read like that as well. Like, they go back into time. Yeah, I know. Why be homewrecker? But I think like a lot of the more recent ones is they definitely have that trope being told, like, how do you say it? That trope is already being like done, since they're like, how do you say it? They're kind of saying it now. Child care. Baby Tyrant. That one I watched as well. No stranger to tragedy, having lost everything, even her life, because of a good-for-nothing father. When she reawakened after death, girl finds herself in the body of a newborn baby. She is now Princess Mabel of the powerful Romanian Empire, with her doting new family and the Empire's might at her disposal. Mabel has everything she's ever wanted. Upon learning that she's the subject of a prophecy with the world's salvation at stake, Mabel quickly realizes that there are people who will stop at nothing to destroy her newfound peace. Anyway, this one is where a girl who is in like a low-key really, really abusive like family, like in the current world, she dies in the current world and goes back into the... And not goes back, she gets reincarnated into the baby, in a baby's body, essentially. And the father is technically a tyrant, but is also like really, how do you say it? How do you say it? The father ends up really, really, really doting on the child. But the child, because was never received any love in her previous life, doesn't know how to receive any of the love that she's receiving from her new family. You know, they're trying to like be really nice to her, but she's like, oh, like, I don't know, can I trust this? But like, it's slowly over time she like learns how to receive, essentially. The novel for this is super popular. Yeah. Oh, the one I talked about earlier, the Apothecary Prince, was kind of interesting, but I'm also only halfway through. Marry My Husband. I've watched 2 different versions of the shows. The Korean drama version and the Japanese drama version. Yeah. The manhwa was pretty cool too. I low-key prefer the Japanese adaptation for it. the Japanese drama adaptation for it. It kind of turned out pretty cool. You like the over-the-topness of the K-drama? Yeah. Oh, talk about Boys Over Flowers. I've watched every single media that I could find of it. I've watched the Korean drama. I've watched the Chinese one. I've watched the Japanese one. I've watched the anime. I've watched as many as I could. I just watched almost everything. I just kept going. Never stopped. Boys Over Flowers? Yeah. No way. I thought the ending was different. It was slightly different, yeah. The ending was slightly different, yes. Okay, this other one, Wished You Were Dead. It was... King Carlo of Khorasan finds himself at odds with his position in life. His wife's father, Duke Dillwa, is angling for the throne, and as an outsider to the family, Carlo fears for his position. His frustrations have affected his marriage, though he finds himself questioning his cold approach to his wife, Yvonne. He may no longer recognize her, but Yvonne saved his life long ago and was his first love. This is but one of many secrets Yvonne bears the weight of, having fallen victim to a curse that prevents her from telling any secrets. Yeah, so this one is, the girl is cursed so that she can't say anything, like she can't give, talk about any of the secrets and stuff. And then this one was so frustrating to read. The guy gets betrothed to her, so they're married, and she liked him. He really liked her at one point, but started hating her because of her father. And so she can't do anything. She's sitting there like, okay, whatever, that's fine. I'll just shoulder everything. I'll shoulder all the pain. Anyways, and he's just being a douche to her. Actually trash husband. Being such a bad husband to this little poor girl that is just being abused by both her family and her husband at this point. Oh, anyways. I read past it. I remember keep reading it just because I was like, come on guys, she's gotta be able to get a happy ending in the end, right? Essentially what happens is that by the end they finally they finally found out what happens, and then the guy and they finally start to bond, but now she's traumatized and now she hates him as well. So it's like now they need to get over the trauma. It was a crazy one. That one I remember was so frustrating to read, but I kept reading it so that I was like, surely it gets better. I was coping. It does get better though, so you should keep reading it. It does get better though, guys. Okay. Next one. I keep looking through my list to see which ones I have talked about. Have you guys seen Hello Baby? That one's also another one I've only watched half of. But it's this girl that gets a one night affair and ends up having a baby with a person that says that just got a diagnosis that the doctor's like, you will never be able to have a child. But lo and behold, he has a child with a random girl out of nowhere. Oh, thank you for the raid, Oma. We're talking about Manhwa. Female. What's FMC? Female main character? Gets reincarnated and grows stronger? Yeah. I remember this, but it was a plot point in another manhwa. There's a lot of these are the plot points in like other stories too. Welcome, Yonins. We are talking about manhwa right now. And I'm also eating a little bit of noodles. I'm almost done with it though. Okay. But yeah, I'm halfway through that one too, so I guess I shouldn't talk too much about it. I'm trying to see which ones have I read more of. But these ones are like so long ago that I don't really remember too much of it. Happily Ever After. Happily Ever After. You guys ready? So the name of this, the little synopsis of this is: what would you do if you were reborn as a character from your favorite romance novel? For Peony, an avid fan of the Song of Asgard, the answer is simple. Marry her favorite character, of course. Reincarnated as the princess of the Kingdom of Garten, Peony is determined to marry Richt, the second male lead of Song of Asgard, and a former prince of the Fairspren Empire, who was banished to an inhospitable land after the novel's happy ending, which didn't end so well for him. Amidst trials and tribulations, can Peony and Richt make the most of their second chance at life and love? So anyways, she's the second lead. I do read like romance that's not fantasy as well. What's it called? It's the second lead, so not the main character of the novel, but the second lead is her favorite, which I'm like, good for you. Like honestly, if I was in like a situation like that, I feel like I would also go for the second lead instead of the first lead, unless the second lead is trash. unless the second male lead is trash. Like there is one that has this trope. By the way, we'll talk about it in a second. I have to find the name for it though. But like so she goes for the second lead, and he's very, very like low-key tsundere. Like he's like, no, I will not fall in love ever again because my first love left me for someone else, because he's the second lead, okay? And the second lead never wins. Sad, but it's true. Anyways, and what's it called? So he's heartbroken, and it's like, I'm never gonna fall in love ever again. But she's like, no, but I love you. And then like they're working it all out. But it takes a long time, but by the end of it, they do get together, and they do finally talk properly to each other. So that's good at least. Yeah. And then, okay, let me find the other one that I was talking about now. Which one was it? There was a girl with like green hair. It was a girl with green hair. It's once again the main character is evil. It wasn't dragged out for too long because it was kind of like a shorter series. Here it is! I've become a true villainess. This one is also completed, and there's also bonus episodes on it as well. Summary is, I have to survive no matter what. I've died and been reincarnated as the villain of a romance novel. In order to avoid the hideous fate that awaits me, I've righted her wrongs and even gotten engaged. I should be free, but strange, things have started happening ever since the heroine appeared. Why won't her fiancé leave me alone? Anyway, so the main heroine, plot twist, evil! Evil! So the good character that gets like, what's it called? Changed into the men, what's it called? Gets changed into the reincarnated into the villainess is just like, okay, they're evil, so I'm not gonna go for her main man. She's engaged with this person, I'm not gonna go after him because I want to be safe. So she goes for the second male lead, which is like, cool. But guess what? Second male lead, trash! absolute trash. Sorry, okay, sorry. I need to say, put that off. The second male lead is trash, actually. She goes on after him. They get engaged. And the thing is, in this world, when you get engaged and on your wedding, if you don't go through all of the wedding, like, situations, right? Like, all of the wedding, like, routine. There's a routine you have to go through. You have to go down and be at the place at a specific time and then share the, like, wedding. And also, they need to be, like, a specific kind of character, right? They both have, like, some sort of power. The main girl and the villainous girl that, like, is the main character of this novel both have the same power. So, like, if they're getting married to that kind of girl, you need to go through all the routine properly. Otherwise, big troubles. Like main girl coughing up blood because the second lead decides to not go show up to the marriage because the main character of the novel is like, oh, but like I want to see the stars, and they're stuck in like a mountain. But the main character pretty much makes the girl like stuck there. Yeah. And then, pretty much, so guess what? The guy gets married to the main girl temporarily, as they say. It's like, I just married her temporarily because I was dying. And then the main girl, or the villainous girl, is now married to the main guy that she was trying to avoid because she's like, I'm gonna be in danger if I get married to this guy. And now, the main character of the novel is like, no, that's my man's. Why are you with my man's? And then the girl's like, bro, I tried to stay away from them, but you're the one who kept going after my man's. Anyway, so that's what was happening in the show, right? I mean, in the webtoon. And so they're talking about it, and they told that like it goes through the whole thing where. Like, the girl is like, but I am reincarnated into this world. I am the main character, blah, 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 blah. So it kind of goes kind of crazy in the end. The second male lead actually likes the villainous girl, but is like, what's it called? Is low-key brainwashed and ends up, how do you say it? Ends up falling in love with the main character of the novel instead. And the actual main character, like the main male lead, ends up falling in love with the villainess, which happens a lot in recent ones. So yeah, there's that. That one was kind of interesting. Recently, one I've been reading though, the villainous tyrant has wrote. Okay. Let me save that one too. Pretty funny. It's just an old Korean man. That sounds like it would be funny. The villain. Villainous tyrant has returned. There's so many villain ones. The villain ones are kind of good though, so. I think fantasy romance ones is one of my favorite. Royal romance and fantasy romance is definitely one of my favorite ones, guys. Yeah. Okay, but one that I'm reading that isn't really like a fantasy one, it's a go back in time one, is Live Happily Ever After with My Ex's Uncle. This girl, okay, I'm gonna read the summary of it, okay? Romantasy supremacy. Sylvia's past life was marked with nothing but relentless torture at the hands of her adoptive sister and husband. Regressed back to the moment she decided to take the fall for her evil sister's crime. Regrets back to the moment she decided to take the fall for her evil sister's crime, when she did. Sylvia is now resolute to reverse all the terrible decisions that left her in such abusive and toxic relationships. And it's at that moment she has a steamy run-in with her uncle's ex-uncle. A steamy run-in? This is the summary? Really? I don't know if the run-in was... Oh, I guess it was kind of steamy. Okay. So this steamy run-in that we're talking about with their ex's uncle, who actually isn't too much older than her. What's it called? They're not too... They're like a few years apart, but not too far apart. You know? But what happens is... So her sister, like her adopted sister, is low-key really evil, and she's like, I want all the love from the parents. So she's pretty much always framing her for doing bad things. And so the adopted sister, first episode in, I'm pretty sure, like first chapter is like, alright, drugs the main girl, and the main girl is like out around, like drugged pretty much, in a way where she... It's like one of those like things where it makes you lust after other people. That kind of drug. And so, like the sister also sent some thugs after the main girl, but the main girl managed to run away and runs into, lo and behold, the ex's uncle. And pretty much the first thing that happens in this like the first episode is the girl just straight up kisses the uncle without, like, because she's under, like, what's it called, aphrodisiac, I think so, something like that. And then the uncle is like, who the heck are you, and takes her to the hospital. But then there's like a whole issue with it. She wants to break off her engagement with her current husband, like her current fiance, and the fiance is like, no. Why? Even though he likes the other sister more at the time he likes the other sister more, and he's like, no. Why? Because the mother's sad. The mother's sad. She holds more than the most amount of... If you don't marry her, she's gonna hold the most amount of shares in this company, and the company will be hers, essentially. And so that's why the parents are like trying their best to not let her go. This one is called Live Happily Ever After with My Ex's Uncle. But yeah, anyway, so the story is pretty much of her trying to like run away from this abusive relationship, ends up with the uncle as the title happens. By the way, the story is still ongoing, and they've only just gotten together. So like the story for like hundreds of episodes does not even stay true to the story, to the title. The title is like, oh yeah, I'm together with the uncle. So I was like, okay, so she's gonna be together with the uncle, and I'm reading it. I'm like, when is the title gonna happen? Legit, like while reading, I was like, when is this title gonna happen? What? Slow burn? Yeah. It's slow burn, but also like not, like neither of them are chasing each other during the burn. They're more so trying to deal with their personal issues. Like, she's trying to break up her engagement with her fiance. And so like, yeah. It's like, so it wasn't really a burn at all. It just took a while to get to the title, that's all. Cause yeah, like by the time they were like, maybe I do like them. They already liked each other already. Like, you know, by the time they were like, oh, you know, maybe. It was really fast after that. But the most part, they were just dealing with their own issues. The slowest burn. Hee hee. But yeah, it's still ongoing. And right now they're just trying to deal with some of the issues as well. Because of course, even after getting together, there's gonna be a lot of issues. Especially since the title is about living happily ever after with my ex's uncle. So of course, once you finally get together with an ex's uncle, there's gonna be issues because something's gonna happen, right? That's how webtoons work. I mean, that's how manhwa work. It's not even on webtoon. It's... Have you seen that one called Shall We... I have! Shall We Buy Your Grace? That one was so funny. It's like... Okay, so the Shall We Buy Your Grace is about this girl who gets reincarnated into a Victorian time where everybody is like, water is evil. We mustn't bathe as often as possible because it will make you sick and it's evil and everything. So everybody stinks. Right? Everybody is stinky and they put on perfume to make themselves smell like they think they smell nicer after that. But they do not. They still stink. And the main girl is just like, bro, why everybody stink? But the main girl is like really weak physically. And so she really wants to take showers. And she wanted to take baths and everything. But like everyone's like, no, that's evil, so you cannot. And one day she meets somebody who actually does not stink. And she's like, oh my god, I must marry this man. She straight up, she finds the one person that is not stinky. Yeah, she finds the one person in the world that is not stinky, and it's like, I must marry them. And so anyway, so she started trying to like marry the guy, but this guy is known for bathing way too many times, like an OCD with bathing or something. And when I was reading, I was just like, oh, is it because of like some sort of, because he's like a warrior and he saw so much blood, so then because of the blood, he's like, I need to clean myself because blah 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 blah. And then what's it called? A manhwa that actually makes historical sense. True. Imagine the moral of the story is one cute girl, stop being stinky. Real. But anyway, so like so then they go and they're hanging out, and then the girl is just like, my grace, shall we bathe together, as a way to like propose. So that's her way of proposing to the main guy. And then she's like, everybody else in this world is stinky. So like, if we get married, we can bathe every single day. Like all day, every day is what they basically said. But pretty much in the story, the main girl like ends up making a what's it called? Finding a hot spring, and then twists it to be like, this is the blessing of the gods and stuff. So then ends up making everybody want to bathe again in the world. That's what it is. Criticized for being historically inaccurate because it was the wrong season. I think the wrong period of time. One second. Couple breakup? It doesn't have to be a isekai. I have not. But I'll see. I'll save it. I'm still sure it's a fun read. One second. All's fair in love and war. Two couples will need to battle it out for love and money, but who knew they'd swap partners before doing... Huh? Tedding and Zilla are both friends and studying fashion at the same university, so why is Zilla going on a couple show with Tedding's boyfriend? Huh? And why is Tedding going on the same show with Zilla's boyfriend? They swapped boyfriends! That made you read the novel? I did. And then I realized how spicy it was. It's Under the Oak Tree. I read the novel of Under the Oak Tree. And it became so... Like, the story was so spicy. Like, actually. Ooh, that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. And the reason why I decided to read the novel as well is because I got to the part and there was like, the season is ending. Cliffhanger. And I was like, no! That one is a lot, yeah. Like the one time, like the cliffhanger was so crazy, I was like, I need to read it now. 4 options? Oh, I don't think I have actually. The art style looks pretty. Season ending on a cliffhanger is so crazy. I know it's what's it called? It's like it's back now, but it ended off on like a really crazy cliffhanger. So that's why I was like, I need to continue. I must continue the story. Not really a manhwa, but it's a manga. So I watched the anime for Ascendance of a Bookworm, and then I read the manga because I was like, I need to know more. And then from the manga, I was like, I'm gonna read the light novel. So I read the light novel. I did the exact same thing. I did the exact same thing for Apothecary Diaries. I love Mao Mao. Mao Mao is my favorite character right now, and Apothecary Diaries is currently right now my top favorite anime as of right now, and it's coming back this year. So I can't wait for the next episodes. Even though I already know what's happening, I don't care because I can't wait. Oh yeah, Sentence of a Bookworm. I need to read it, dude. The book goes so much further. I hope they do another season. I really hope they do another season. Mama, you still need to watch that one. Which one? Apothecary Diaries. I've been letting Under the Oak Tree marinate because I'm a binge reader and cannot handle unfinished manga. Yeah, the light novel is completed. The light novel is fully finished, so I pretty much binge read it until it's up to date. Until I was up to date, and it was a crazy cliffhanger. I think Honsuki season 3 is this year. Real? Wait, season 3? No, I think season 3 is already out. I'm waiting for season 4. Waiting for season 4. You can watch it free on Club. Do you shoot Mama with Jinshi? Yeah. Yeah. Season 4, adapting part 3 of the light novel Adopted Daughter of an Archduke is confirmed and set to premiere in spring 2026. That's so soon! Oh my god, I'm so excited. Guys, I'm so excited. I have finally seen Rosamine. We will finally see Rosamine. Yes! I'm so glad. Guys, it's an isekai anime about a girl who just really loves books, but she gets reincarnated into a world that doesn't actually have books readily available for everyone. So she was like, you know what? I'm going to make books. She's like, if there's no books out there, I'm going to make books myself. The trailer for the new one looks amazing too. I can't wait. Okay, I gotta watch the trailer as well. I gotta watch the service. I'm so excited. Spring. I was waiting for that for so long. I can't believe I missed a new season announcement. I missed it until today as well. So we just found out today, guys. She's so cool. Real soon. I'm so happy. I gotta save it so that I can read it. Not read it. Watch it. Very nice, very nice. I never knew that for over. The line was so good in the ogre romance is cute. Nice. Anyways, I read the light novel of it because I just had to know what's happening, and it made me like, dude, Ascendance of a Bookworm made me read again. Like, I kid you not. Like, when I watched Ascendance of a Bookworm, I was like, I need to read this story. And it was the first time I started reading the manga into the light novel. Like, I've never actually read a light novel of a book, no, of an anime, because I wanted to like know more before. I would just wait for the manga to be finished because it's faster than anime most of the time. But I read the manga and I was like, I need to know more. So it was really good. I really like it. I'm excited for the next season. Yeah. Can't believe there's actual new season coming out, guys. And I was so good. Yeah. Ha. Uso. Okay. What other book? Betrayal of Dignity. This one's a completed one as well. Do you think there are any series that are better in the light novel than the manga or the anime? I haven't read enough light novels to be able to say any of this. Like, I wouldn't say it's better. It's more so like how I like to see it is anime is. Here's how I like to see stuff. Anime is giving voice and movement to the characters. So anime gets movement and also like you can hear a voice given to the character. Manga has the art while also telling the story. So sometimes you get a little bit of details in the manga because of that. Light novel is all details. You get all the tiny details that they mention. Every little thing is in words. So you just read it and you have to imagine it in your brain. So I feel like the best way to do it would be to read the light novel and then you read the manga to see a character be formed in front of you. So you get like the visuals of it as well instead of just seeing the words. And then after that, watching the anime, which then gives the movement, and you can see your favorite characters moving and speaking. You know, you can hear the voice of it. So I think that's what I feel are the differences, rather than like this one is better than that and this one is better than that. Of course, there are lots of times when like the anime and stuff, it was what's it called? They had the. My brain. What was I talking about? Yeah, okay. Sometimes the anime adds different things, which I'm like, okay, this is just a different show, is what I usually say. See? I haven't read that one, but I searched it up and it came up with all censored images. Cause I have like censor images turned on for anything that's like 18 plus. And I searched it up and everything was just censored. So I was like, okay, no wonder. But as a person who go anime after novel, the feeling of missing a lot of details makes me a bit sad, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think that's probably usually why I watch the anime first, and then I read the manga, and then I read the light novel. Usually that's how I do it. But if my favorite manga gets not a reincarnation, if my favorite manga gets an adaptation into anime, I would still watch it. what's it called? I think it's definitely best if you watch the anime and you're like, oh yeah, nice, and then you read the manga and you're like, oh, they was missing this part and this part, and then you read the light novel and it's like, oh, this part got changed a little bit. I think that part's like, that's kind of interesting for me personally. My problem when I read the novel is feeling like the voices don't match the characters when the anime comes. I mean, as long as it's not like 100% different from the imagery, I think it's fine. Both directions sound fun. Yeah. Like, if you do it from anime first, it will be like you start off with like the minimal you start off with minimal what's the word? Minimal information and slowly build your way up to getting more info. Anime is a form of promotion for the manga. And they're pretty good promotion, honestly, because my god, it gets me reading manga like crazy. Like, I literally go a while not reading any manga, and then I watch an anime, and it ends, and I'm like, I need to read it now. I usually stick to light novels because of my constraints. They cover more than the manga in less volumes. Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. And then there's me. Literally, okay, at one point, this is Mei-chan no Shitsuji. Mei-chan no Shitsuji has a manga and a really, really short drama. It doesn't cover even half of the story that the manga goes into. So I watched the drama and I was like, I really want to know what happens next. And then I read the manga in English. English manga stopped. They just stopped. Like, this just stopped translating halfway through. And so I was like, alright. And I was like, alright guys, it's time to lock in. So I just searched everywhere, far and wide. I was like, I need to find the Japanese, like, way for me to read this manga on a Japanese website. So I went, I searched, I found a place that you can buy the manga. Problem, issue. No, I cannot read it. I cannot buy it because I do not have a Japanese bank account. What do? I call upon my friend who is from Japan. I was literally like, bro, I need you to help me. So I was like, I'm gonna send you the money right now. I need you. This is my login details. I need you to log in and buy this manga for me just so that I can read it right now. So I got my friend to buy the manga set for me so I could read the rest of it. And I just read the entire thing up to date in Japanese. And that made me read like Japanese like for such a long time. My brain was hurting because I could barely read the kanji. But I still did it. I did it. So that's why I was like pretty up to date with the main story. And it even went on to the second story as well. And when I left it off, it was like quite a while ago. They stopped updating for a while, and they only update one chapter per year, or like they do one volume. It's like one episode per year of the manga, or like every 6 months. So when I caught up to date, I was so sad. I was so sad because I was like, what's gonna happen next? I don't even remember my login details anymore. Can't wait till I'm 70 to finish reading it. Hey. Let's go. So yeah, I gotta find out which part I'm up to again and then continue reading it. Especially now that I don't have to even, like, what's it called? I don't even need to rely on a friend to help me buy it anymore because I'm in Japan. I'm now in Japan, guys. I can buy it myself. They might even, like, I'm really tempted to even get like a library book, even though I don't even know where the closest library is. Just to see if I can borrow manga from the libraries. Meet the author instead. Just like have like a meet and greet with the author and be like, alright. So who does this character end up with? Who are you going to make this character end up with? Make a decision right now! And then the author's probably like, to be honest, I haven't even decided yet. That's why I take so long to write it, to draw each one. I wouldn't be surprised. The pressure. But man, I'm looking forward to Sentence of a Bookworm. Still ongoing, but recently binged the manhwa Love by Mistake because the art is so stunning. Ooh, let me check it out. Love by Mistake. Oh, it is really pretty. Where did you read it? Web comics. They changed the Chinese name to English names there. That's fine. That usually happens. God, guys, I'm not gonna have any time. I'm not gonna have any time to do anything now. I'm just gonna be reading all day, every day. Let's go. Reading manhwa stream? I wish, but like it would be, what's it called? I can't read it out loud, so it might not be interesting. Actually, let me write that down for meetings to ask my manager about meeting during a meeting. You just announce which chapter you're on and we follow. True. I mean, I still have to like confirm with my Mane-san about it, but I'm like, I will think about it. I will keep that in mind. I just wrote it down in my notes to ask Mane-san as well just now. Just like reading chapter 2 now. Read together and give your opinion. And I do wanna like working stream, but you're reading manhwa, dude. Honestly, I thought about that. I really thought about that when I told one of my friends about Goh, like that one, what do you call it? The game, the working game. I was like, I told her like about the game, and I was like, it's so pretty. People use it to do like working streams. I can do working streams while looking like, while it looks a little bit more interesting and stuff like that. And so my friend was like, how many people do you think just puts that on, like puts the stream on, and then they're just reading like comics or they're like watching anime on the side? I was like, oh, you know, I never thought about it, but like maybe. So maybe I think they'd be surprised. But I don't know. I do have like a lot of work I gotta do in general as well. So I think I do need to still like confirm with Mane-san about it, since if I want to discuss it in detail, like specifically for a stream, I might need to ask like permission a little bit. We'll see. Book club like streams could be fun because where we discuss them afterwards. Yeah, and it's like we all read like the same webtoon, or not the webtoon, sorry, like the same manhwa. And like it's like, okay, we're gonna read this manhwa. We're on chapter 1, everybody. We're gonna have, I don't know how long everybody takes to read though. I kind of read pretty like decently fast, unless I get distracted. It's like we're gonna read for, I don't know, like 30 minutes, and then we'll be back in 30 minutes and we'll discuss the first chapter or something like that. A read along, hey y'all. We can have a manhwa reading club, a read along. Yeah, let me write that down. And it's just like you have like a set time, like you put down like a set time, say like 30 minutes or something, and then you read the one chapter, and then after the time is up, then you have like a discussion, be like, oh, so this character and that character, oh my god, blah, 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 blah. And then you talk about it, and it's like, okay, next session, and you start reading again. I feel like that would be kind of fun, but I do need to confirm it. So let me talk to Mane-san about it first. It might take a little while, but it's alright. I mean, I'm not really looking to read the manga on stream. It's more so like we're gonna read this. What the heck was that? Alright. It's like it could be like we're gonna read this chapter and then we're gonna discuss it together afterwards kind of situation. I think that could be fun. I think that could definitely be really fun. And it would give me an excuse to read read manhwa while also doing streams. While also working. Mia Tani Army, thank you for the 3 months. Looking forward to the read-along stream so I could buy the books we're gonna read ASAP. Okay, it's don't get too excited yet, because there's not 100% chance that I'll be able to do this. I need to double check first, because I know we're like this watch-along is possible, so maybe it could work. Maybe it could work. I was thinking of, if I were to do it, I probably would hold it in Go. So that like you can like be reading and everything, and it's a little bit more entertaining with like the BGM being like playing in the background and everything. I think that would be fun. and then like imagine it's just like every time it gets to like a situation where like a person like reads like a crazy part, and then like they just react in Go with like the emojis. It's like it's not procrastination, I'm working for real. Oh, that would be kind of fun. I'm definitely gonna ask Mane-san. It's just I feel like each person has like a sort of different pace for reading. I also have to like kind of time how long it takes me to read one chapter, so that maybe it might be better to read more than one chapter. Oh no, I think reading one chapter and then discussing and then reading the next and then discussing is probably better. But I feel like one chapter only takes me like a little bit less than maybe like 5 minutes to read maximum. I'm pretty sure it depends on how distracted I am and how long the actual thing is. So it's gonna be different for each book. If there's no term for manhwa, romance novels, old ones, Oh, romance novels? I mean, I don't know. I just need to like double check like what things I need to be careful about. You can be like, I finish 1 more minute. What do you mean we're not working? We're working through this chapter right now. What is manhwa? Manhwa is like manga that is like mostly like Korean style manga. And there's the other manhwa with a U is like the Chinese style manga. So it's just comics, essentially. It's okay, we can keep up. Alright, I guess I could be like... read it, and then sometimes I take a bit longer because I get distracted by stuff. Read it, and I'm like, I'm done with the chapter. And then be like, who's also done with the chapter? And then if I see a lot of me, I can maybe start the discussion. That could work. I mean, I don't know if I can do this, so we just... It's a possibility. So there are comic, manga, manhwa, what else? Comic, manga, manhwa, manhwa. Like it's pronounced the same, but it's written like this. Yeah. We're brainstorming. We're brainstorming. Okay, but sometimes though, when I'm reading a manhwa, I get captivated by the art because the main, like the girls are so pretty half the time. So I'm reading it, and I'm like, oh my god, guys, so pretty. So I look at the art for a long time. Sometimes I'm reading and I just scroll back just so that I can look at the art for longer. I know it feels. Getting distracted by the pretty girl is so real. Dude, that was me in your throne. I was reading. I'm like, oh my god, she's so pretty. I'm like, oh my god, her eyes. Oh, she's so beautiful. And just going back and forth each time. Like, especially when the art... That's why I feel like that's why I tend to read the manga. Like, I tend to read something that I'm attracted to the art of. Because I go back. Oh my god. The villainess wants to be good. That one took me forever to read. Because the main girl is so pretty. The tyrant wants to be good. The tyrant wants to be good takes me so long to read. Because the art is gorgeous. The art is so pretty that I'm like, I need to look. I need to look at her face. She's so pretty. She's so cute. They're all so pretty. So it takes me forever to read. Because I just stare at the art. Well, if you're reading slower than the time given, can say, give me 10 more minutes or something. And if reading slower than the time given, be like, sorry, looking at the main character right now. She's so pretty. Yeah. I feel like read along would be fun. Maybe let me just... Maya-san pinged me about a couple of other stuff that I need to respond to, but let me... Wanted to ask about a stream idea that I had. I'm asking. It's not Mane-san's decision. Just saying, just letting you know. Okay, let's see how it goes. Hope to upgrade from Manhwa Yapping to a full book club. I think it would be fun. I think it'll be really fun. Cause I like reading the manhwas. I used to, okay, when I was in primary school or elementary school, I used to really like reading books in general. Where I would like, what's it called? I would read at least like 8 to 10 books a week. And they're not even manga. They're like actually like actually thick books, like words only books. And then when I got into high school, and like the teachers were like, the teachers started forcing us to read. That's when I stopped reading altogether. When I started being forced to read, I started not like reading. Were you collecting physical books too? I had a couple. I had one book. I had one like small bookshelf full of physical books as well. But most of the books that I got were from the library. I would just go to the library like every single week, at least like two to three times, and I would borrow like 7 to 8 books. And then I'll bring it back the next week and swap out for new books. That's what I used to do. But I also had like some of my favorite books that I actually bought like physical copies of was I think it was the magical fire, the circus. Wait, the Enid Blyton. The faraway tree and the what's the circus book series? The circus series. It's literally called the circus series. It's like a set of 3 books, but in one thing, and it becomes Mr. Galliano's Circus, Hurrah for the Circus, and Circus Days Again. He's in 1938. Do you know what book I brought with me to Japan from Australia? I brought my brother's Grimm storybooks. It's somewhere. I don't forgot where I put it, but it's somewhere, guys. I can probably find it. Let me have a look. I have my brother's Grimm book still. I bought like a big book of Brothers Grimm, and I actually was given. slowly because I know it's somewhere. Wait. I keep saying I'll give up and I don't. I can't find it. Maybe she'll end up in Nanya's hidden closet. Dude, okay, it's because the plastic sounds are from my... I have like I received merch of my... I receive my own merch every time. And because I have the merchandise, what's it called? I keep the packaging on it. I don't really take it apart and put it out. So that's the plastic that you heard. Whew. I didn't find it, but guess what I did find? I found the physical copy of Honzuki no Gekkokujo. I bought one physical copy of it because I was like, I need to. It's which one is this one? This one is the one physical copy version. Which one are you? Honzuki no Gekkokujo X 11. 第5部女神の家臣です It's in Japanese. It's in full Japanese. Every part of it is in Japanese. So yeah, I remember buying just one book and it was great. The light novel? Yeah, the light novel. 決心決心かもしれない。なんか変化の化と体。待って。I can type it out. これ。It's 決心ありがとう。女神の I can type it out, but I can't read it out loud. これです。それです。Yeah, but anyway, so I bought it like a while ago, and it actually has like random pages where they just draw actual mine as well, which is great. It's great because like you get to see mine. I'm excited for the new season, guys. I'm excited for the new season. Yeah, A Sentence of a Bookworm. I have the actual physical book of it. It's all in Japanese though, so I can barely read it. 全部日本語だし、なんて言うんだろう。あれもないんですよ。振り仮名もないからさ、全く読めん。But I was like, I read it slowly, and I have the like they have the English version of it on the Apple bookstore. Or is it? Is it Pages? No, it's not Pages. It's what is it? Oh, yeah, the Apple bookstore. They had like the English translations for it as well. So I read it there too. For what's this called? Honzuki no Gekkokujo. So there's that. But yeah, so I had both versions. I had the version on the book, like the English version and the Japanese version, and I was just reading both at the same time to make sure I was understanding it correctly. It's honestly a pretty good way to study languages. Like, because half of these it's just like, it's like, what's it called? How do you say it? Like there's like this, because it's like low-key a religion, like about has a lot of religions in the actual story. Some of the words are like really difficult to read. You know, like some of the words are really difficult to read and have like really difficult kanji as well. So that's why. 今年の春にアニメやるんだな。そう新しい新規 new season. Maybe we can do the read along. Also be like, how come our read is suddenly skyrocketed? It would be fun, I think. I hope it gets approved. Yeah, I hope it gets approved. I mean, we won't actually be physically reading out loud the stories on the stream. It'll just be everybody read it at the same time. So it'd be the same as a watch along, where we're just watching it at the same time. That's it. But if it gets approved, then it's like we'll be able to discuss like sections of it that would turn into like spoilers if we were to do it regularly. 全部日本語でもめっちゃなんかね好きな本だから買ったんですよ。でなんか日本語の練習にもなるしって思って。That would be nice, yeah. I think it would be. It would be fun as well. It would also encourage me to read more. Read more, raging. Hopefully I can figure something out for it at least. We just it's not, but I do want to let you guys know that even if it doesn't get approved, it's not Mane-san's fault. Okay, there's gonna be lots of factors. There's lots of factors when it comes to like certain things. Okay, so please do not be mad at Mane-san. Yes. Good morning. Oh, it'll be so fun, dude. It'll be so fun. I can't stop saying that. But you know, talking about watch-alongs, I do have one in memberships afterwards. If you want to come by, we watched a little bit. I forgot how many we watched last time, but 前回でどれぐらい見たんだっけ? We watched Squid Girl, which is a really nice and chill anime. It's about a squid girl that is like she comes to the main human world and she's like, I'm gonna take over this world, I'm gonna take it over. We didn't watch just one episode, we watched more than one episode. I think we watched at least 5. The funny squid girl, how many did we watch? Splatoon じゃないです。Splatoon じゃないです。Okay, let me skip to the end. We watched 5 episodes. Yes, we watched 5 episodes, guys. イカ娘、そう、イカ娘を前回もなんか見たんですけど、今日のメンバーシップ配信にも見ることになるので、今日のね日本時間9時からメンバーシップ配信です。よかったら見てね。Yeah, if you have time, please come by. You know, like, I used to really like books. I used to really like reading books. And my doll sister kind of told me why. Because I kind of forgot for a while. Like, I forgot for a while. But when I was getting my, like, diagnosis thingy for ADHD and stuff, my doll sister reminded me. She was like, you used to really like reading books because it helped you escape the real world. And I was like, oh my god, wait, that's so true. It's like she said that I was so into my books that I would start talking like the characters in the books that I would read. Like if I had a favorite character in the book, I would just start talking like them for a week. Yeah, where art thou? Where I 洗濯畳みながら、あ、それもまあありなんじゃないかな。Guys! Guys! Guys, I think we can do it. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. I don't want to call it a book club because it's like it's manhwa. You know, it's like it's manhwa, which is a little bit different to like actual reading books and stuff. But what we can do is maybe we could do like once a week or something, even once a week or once every other week, just depending on how. Depending on how, like, what do you call it? Depending on how busy I get. We can call it like manhwa read along, no? Manhwa read along. It would be so fun. Oh goodness. Oh, thank you. I found you through shorts and watching your stream for the first time. So can? Arigato. Are we using Go for it? Yes, I want to use Go for it because I think it'll be fun. Manhwa along. I think read along would be a pretty good name for it. That's exciting. Guys, guess what I have on Saturday? Unless we have Zomboid, I think we might have Zomboid as well. But if we have Zomboid, I can do a double stream. I have a to be decided stream on Saturday. Guess what we can try doing on Saturday, guys? I think same room should work. I think same room should work. Depends on what I want to. Depends on what I want to, like, depends on what we want to read. Cause sometimes it's on manta. But a lot of the books that I read, a lot of the stuff that I read, you need to have a membership. Sometimes you need to have a membership, and the membership is what makes it so that you can read it. So Manta has a lot of them that I think is pretty cool. But Manta's ones are also tends to be quite spicy. So yeah. If it's a book that people have to buy rather than read, as people might read along, I mean, that's kinda like, I can't really say much about that. Like, you know, let's support the books, guys. Yeah, there is a subscription, but it's kinda not too pricey, honestly. The Manta subscription was like kinda not too pricey. Okay, so the one that, like the Manta one, I remember it was like $7 a month, and you can read like unlimited. $7 a month and you can read like unlimited. So that's why I was just reading like so many on that one. You know? And I think there's also other sites where you can watch like not sites, you can like other apps where you can watch like an ad and you get to read it for free. You know? So you watch an ad and you can read the episode for free. So that the creators still get like the support and you get to read as well. Yeah. So there's that. But just like watch-alongs, just like the watch-alongs, I feel like Nihonjin wa anmari sabusuku de manga yomanai ne. そうなんだ。みんななんか買っちゃう？でもサブスクのものもありますよね。結構ね、なんか広告とかでも見る。Standard plan? I think that's the one I have. Oh, I think so. I mean, I'm already like pretty far ahead for a lot of the ones that I'm reading currently. So what would we read if we were to read something? About it. I'm probably gonna ask Mane-san as well about any ideas. Oh, I think the difference is standard plan is like the standard one, and the premium one you get like more gems and stuff. And in order to read some of the light novels, you have to spend gems to read it. And there's also certain stories that you have to use gems to buy it in order to read it. There's stuff like that. So I have admitted, like, I have bought gems just to read more before. But honestly, I'm supporting the author that I'm enjoying the book like from. So I think it's worth. There's a lot of good ones. Yeah. So there is that. But what I will say is, please do a bit like, let's do like please, you'll have to do a little bit of research as well on your end to see where you are able to read the web I keep saying webtoon because it was like my brain was manhwa, just in my brain becomes webtoon when it's actually just manhwa. Like most of the manhwa I read aren't even on webtoon. If you read BL, Traces of the Sun. I haven't read many BL, but I have watched a couple of BL ones. I just really like pretty girls. That's why I tend to read the girl ones. Traces of the Sun. I feel like the reason why I was so excited about the about the reading manhwa on stream is because like usually streams what's it called, full-on books might take a little bit too long to actually read, but when it comes to like a manhwa, like it's kind of shorter, so reading it like one episode, like one chapter and then discussing would be slightly more better flow, I feel like. Same, I love, dude, I've read some GL as well because I just like looking at pretty girls. Don't fall in love and let's go. Pretty girl is OP. Blame buddy. I also expanded my web comics. What do you call it? Web comics collection. The not collection, but how to like where to read, essentially. I think like having subscriptions for reading stuff is helpful for me, just because actually physically buying like copies of books takes up a lot of space. So having it like on like one website helps a lot. Yeah. Okay guys, but I think I'm probably gonna end off the stream around here today. I hope you guys had fun. And I'm looking forward to the first session of the read-along. Read-along. I just gotta go through and choose one that looks like somewhat interesting as well. And then I also gotta like double check with my son. A lot of books are very hard to find depending on where you live too. That's true, that's true. This is so fun. Yippee! I think it would be fun. We're done a lot of new manhwas to read today. Yeah! It was a protective stream today. Thank you. I know! We can go for light reads. True. Usually I only hunt books if I really love the series. I'm gonna go ready up my thumbnail for the next stream. And also, what do you call it? And also read some manhwas in the meantime. Yeah. Okay. But as for now, let me spin the wheel. I have so little time. Wow! It was almost one, but it became the other. Double OG songs for the day. Thanks. next what happened. And not today's song, but this stream song is Kira Kira Daydream. I also got a reply to Mane-san about a bunch of other stuff. Hi. Ikimasu. キラキラなデイドリーム叶えていくよぎゅっと包んで伝えたいよ時々胸の音君は聞こえるからこの甘い夢の中Afterwards メンバーシップに入っている皆さんは後でまたお会いしましょうね I'll see you guys in about 2 hours We're gonna be watching some Squid Girl イカ娘集まりりんイエイMan, talking about manhwa and stuff is always fun. I hope you guys had fun as well. I can't speak English. また後でね。熱々。バイバイ。